Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Sunday night. It's the IGP Super Formula Lights League, round 6 from Road America. I'm JP. I'm going to be joined in the booth very, very shortly indeed by one Mr. Alex Goldschmidt, who's going to come along for the ride here at Road America. What have we got in plan? In plan? What have we got coming up ready for you? We've got 23 laps of action. Normal magenta zone goes down to turn 3 just after the right-hander before they get on the marine sweep. There's no active overtaking. Let's bring you up to date with the scores on the doors at this moment in time, okay? So this is before this race. This is what's happening here after last time out in Fuji. Lee Aberdeen is taking the lead and taking the win there as well. 212 points. Then Kevin Swenstra on 193 with Antonio Jimenez on 188, the defending champion, of course. A little bit Rancon on 183 and Julio Palacio 176. Then moving on is Andy Flynn, Baden Ayan, Denny Cornu and Adam Townsma with Jimmy DeSantos on 124. Brad Fulliger, Robert Ridgway, Simon Fessi, Mehmet Taskett and Dorian Ruro is rounding out the top 15. Now, we only covered the top 20, so it's Scotty Taylor on 94, then Eddie Amos, Brent Ruiz, Richard Van Veen and Stu Milne sharing down on 81 points. Road America, well, we all love it, we all know it, but how many people are going to get it right as we have just got in to the end of qualifying? The race will be gridding up very, very shortly indeed. And hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, we won't have any drama. We will bring Alex into the booth very, very shortly. As I said, he's going to come along and join us for this one. Hope you're all ready for this at home. Hope everything is fine. Hope you've had a wonderful time and a wonderful day. Just let us know if you have had any, if you've had a bad day, reach out and we'll have a chat about it as well, but I'm sure it will all be good here. They've got 14 corners to tackle and basically a front stretch which is longer than my high street here at Road America. This massively long straightaway goes on for absolutely forever here. So we're going to hold on and see how these guys get on as we're just going to line them up on the grid very, very shortly. So don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on the bells. If you are here for the first time, thank you so much for joining us. And if you haven't been here before and you want to come along, well, you can. Just join the Discord below and you can get yourself involved for some IGP fun action, of course. But you gotta make sure that you're in it to win it, and if you're not in there, well, you can't win it, can you? So there we go. So get yourselves in the Discord, and then come along and join in with the racing, and then you just might well be on TV, on YouTube, with us here on JPB. So let us know how you're going to get on, and hope everybody is fine. But it does look like Tony Jimenez leading the way in qualifying on a 154.734 there. Lee Aberdeen not too far behind either on a 154.791, so barely 0.6 of a second behind it. Now I am going to request, please, no F1 spoilers. I have not watched the Formula 1. It is on my agenda after this, so please, no F1 spoilers. If you are here, that would be amazing. Thank you very much. I have no idea who won. I have no idea who lost. I have no idea about anything that went on in the Formula 1. But on that note, hopefully we've got Mr. Goldschmidt in the booth with us here as well. Alex, welcome in. Thank you very much for joining me. How are you, dear sir?
Evening, JP. Yes, just literally been driving around for 3 hours, dropping mates off at home in Belgium, but I'm here.
How are you anyway? You good?
Knackered, mate. Knackered.
Yeah, I feel your pain, but there we go. Right, let's get up the grid ready to go. We'll get this race underway, and then me and Alex will probably carry on having a chinwag at some point. Tony Jimenez is going to lead the way with Lee Aberdeen in second and Brent Ruiz in third. Alexi Yukish in fourth with Alex Aguado in fifth. Brad Fulliger sixth. Andy Flint seventh. Denny Cornu eighth. Julio Palacio in ninth. Mehmet Taskett in 10th. Chris Patel in 11th. And Robert Ridgway down in 12th place. Baden Ayan is in 13th. Jimmy DeSantis 14th. Kevin Swimster 15th. Eunice Amal now 16th. Eddie Amos 17th. Koji Ito 18th. Marius Anderson, Barjan van der Laan, a lot of it Rancon in Nguyen in 22nd. Adam Townsma and Clark Williams rounds out the 24. Harry Saston 25th. Loris Berla, Patrick Rowlands, Mike Ulsh, Matthew Gracie and Dorian Oruro round out the top 30. Then no Richie Robinson's back on the grid. Chris Bales, Elia Flugie, Manuel Vargas, Richard Van Veen, and is that Shmuel Labe down the batter end with Noah Flugie.
Shmuel Labe, I think it is. Yeah, that's probably an Algerian name, I would have thought.
That was my next guess. So there we go.
I'm just going to double check the flag anyway, so just so I don't offend any of my friends.
I think you are
it is
right.
Algeria. Yeah, it is an Algerian driver. So
we're just waiting for a few more to get on the grid, and then we're going to be up and running here. Get this.
Before I forget, greetings from the hotel to Pits, right by Zolder. So, how's about that for topical conversation?
Lovely. Lovely. Right, Robert Ridgway just going to get on the grid, and Noah Flugie. Noah didn't set a time, so I'll be interested to see if he does get onto the grid here, and whether or not he's going to be coming along for the ride. It doesn't look like it. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ladies and gentlemen, Road America is green, 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 green here as we go heading down into turn 1. Remember, no active overtakes until they get to turn 3. It's Jimenez, Aberdeen, Ruiz, Yukish and Aguado in that top 4 at the moment. You can see Jimenez trying to break away here. He needs to do this early because he can't have them coming at him down the Marine. He doesn't want them coming down the Marine sweep at him, but he's going to lead the way. Now it's full green racing. Now it's running down into turn 5 here, the left-hander. Before they go up into turn 6, you can see people on defenses further back, but it is Tony Jimenez, I think, is going to lead the way into 5, is he? Aberdeen's going to come along the side. Is he going to jump in there? No. Brent Ruiz here as well. 3 champions leading this race. Aberdeen, Jimenez, Ruiz, and that is all included in this. There's been a bit drama further down as well. That involves Kevin Swebster, Robert Ridgway, Baden, and Eddie Amos here at this moment, but it does look like Tony Jimenez, Alex, got away right at the beginning.
Yeah, the defending overall champion from last season gets a good getaway from pole position. I mean, like you say, 3 champions in the top 3 positions. Oh, this says to me one word: dogfight. Dogfight. It's got it written all over it, but we're still early doors. I mean, they're coming through into the kink here at turn 11 at high speed, then through Kettle Bottoms, and you can see a very defensive line taken by Tony Jimenez. He's actually, in some respects, cut the distance coming through the kink and into the Kettle Bottoms to allow him to defend early against Lee Aberdeen, and that's what he's got to do. He's got to defend as if his life absolutely depended on it.
He absolutely has, but this is going to be the issue. It's not turn 14, it is the run from 14 down to 1. This meteorically long straightaway, and in these open wheelers, of course, there is going to be considerable draft as they start going down. Aberdeen's in behind at the moment. Is he going to make the move? Jimenez has got no defense and there alongside Aberdeen. Through he goes into the lead of the race. Lee Aberdeen taking the lead. I've got a funny feeling this is going to happen continuously, Alex, lap after lap after lap for 23 laps.
Yeah, I think it's not just the start-finish straight. It's also going to be going down into the Marine sweep at turn 5 if you actually get a good run coming out of 3. But we're going to see the big one here at Road America. Oh, Kevin Swemster just gets tagged, and Pinball Wizardry connects at turn 5 just off of the Marine sweep.
Yeah, there's something went on with Eddie Amos before that. Well, I say before that, a little bit further back from the main incident. There's the main incident happening. Watch Amos. I think he hits the brakes and then bang, just goes round. And then that brings in everybody else. That's put a lot of people into pit lane to get their fast repairs done. Brent Ruiz is now sitting in 2nd place. Aberdeen is in 3rd. Jimenez is in 1st. They're swapping backwards and forwards. This is going to be a continual fight at the front of this field here between Tony Jimenez, Brent Ruiz and Lee Aberdeen. Who's going to have the Steelies to come out on top, do you reckon?
It's going to be difficult because if Jimenez gets a really good breakaway, I mean, if he gets a second and a half up the road, he's already 6.5 tenths up the road here on lap 2. So if you can get a second and a half, 2 seconds away, as Alex Aguado starting to battle away with Yukish, and this is for P4, and Aguado trying to look to the outside, through at the kink. That's not going to work in the month of Sundays, as was that Lee Aberdeen or Brent Ruiz that went off at the kink at high speed. But Aguado was definitely sticking his nose up the inside of Yukish for P4. But yeah, I mean, if Jimenez can get that second and a half, 2 seconds advantage, that's going to be the difference between anyone catching him and anyone not catching him.
Yeah, Robert Ridgway's in YouTube chat. Sorry for the rejoin.
Oh, okay.
Let's see if we can find that. Not that I want to bring you to quarter, but... Doesn't really know where to go there, does Mr. Ridgway, I'm afraid. I think that's a bit of a hard one to condemn, or couldn't go there. I don't think there was really much point. It was broken. But Jimenez, Aberdeen, Yukish, Ruiz, Agredo and Fulliger. This is going to be the cue there once again. Denny Corner at the back for Unity. Andy Flint in 8th place at the same time. And now Aberdeen's kind of breaking away from the pack here. Is he going to be free to go after Jimenez on the run up into 6 at the moment? You see the Yukish and Ruiz side by side. Ruiz comes through again, takes that 3rd place away from Yukish. Lots of action here over the beginning. But are we going to see that pack thing where we get the leader break away, then the next one breaks away, then the next one breaks away? Because these 2 guys up front have already got a second, well, it was just touching a second gap.
Yeah, Lee Aberdeen is back on the heels of Tony Jimenez, so the Spaniard not going to be able to breathe, given the opportunity of Lee Aberdeen, the Australian, previous champion as well. Oh, big off in the background, that was Yukish. Yukish off at high speeds, backwards into the barriers.
Yeah, we'll have a look back at that in a minute. We're just going to let this play out on the run down into the right-hand or Canada corner. Jimenez in that #1 machine, of course, last season's defending champion. Here once more, sitting 3rd in the championship at the moment, behind Kevin Swemstra, behind Lee Aberdeen. This will go well on his defense if he can get it here. Ruiz has got a second to the guys in front, just touching 1.1 to the guys behind. But I got a funny feeling here, Alex, Aberdeen's going to have him again.
Yeah, it's something that Jimenez knows he can't defend against. So he's going to have to play the 3000 IQ strat on this one and just stay with Aberdeen. You can't really do any further than that, and he's got to do the best he can. Meantime, Alex Aguado again, this time challenging Brad Fulliger, but not close enough to go alongside and get the side draft at this point. So Aguado trying to do what he can, the driver from Andorra, ahead of Dennis Cornu, the first of the Unity Racing team entries. We've got fastest lap of the race was at one point Ludovic Conson down in 11th. He's made up 10 spots, but look at Aberdeen. He's swarming all over Jimenez like a bad rash.
There he is at the moment. Jimenez under pressure. Aberdeen still trying to get there. Turn 6, no. This is bringing Brent Ruiz back into the fight, of course. He's only 9 tenths back at the moment. Here for Brent Ruiz, and Brad Fulliger's got Agredo, Cornu, Flint, Palacio and Tasky in behind that. Yukish is all the way down in 15th, and well, we saw him go flying backwards here. Let's have a look and see what he got himself up to.
He's just lost the back end on his own at high speed.
Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately.
That's easily done.
Oh yeah, clearly. Absolutely, 100% here. Is, you know, you're trying to carry power and the back end just doesn't like it. That's the question. And now Aberdeen in behind. Robert Ridgway writing an essay in YouTube there. Not sure why he would cut inside and spin himself on another car. Obviously an intention was definitely avoidable. I agree. I saw him coming from a mile away and nearly took out Chris Patel trying to avoid the incoming missile, which was Kevin Swemstra going backwards there. Unfortunately, during that run down into turn 1, but Aberdeen's a little bit closer, pulls a draft. Once more over the crest of the hill they go. Now it's a run down into 1. We've still got about 300 yards of racetrack to contend with, maybe even a little bit more. Is Aberdeen going to go for it? He doesn't look like he's showing aggression here, but look at the pack behind. Denny, Cornu, Agredo's just cleared Fulliger once more. Flint's in there, Palacio's in there. Tasky's there at the back end. They're still fighting out. 2, 4, 6 cars. See the move just behind. There's Palacio and Flint. Now they're running down side by side down into Moraine as well.
Oh, dearie me. This does not bode well.
No, it is a battle and a half because Lee Aberdeen now running up behind him, can't get the job done. Look at this behind. Fulliger,
Oh my God. I had to look away.
Flint, all in that as well. Flint and Palacio cannot settle this. They cannot get a clean run. They can't get overtakes done. Now Palacio's going to get the job done coming into the carousel. But it's 4 cars in behind Tasky and Krish Patel. Still coming at them here. Look at the weaving, the bobbing, the finding of space, Alex. It's nuts out there at the moment.
It's like, how many bees do you need to invade the hive? That's how I'm thinking at this moment in time. And we're only on lap 5 out of, what is it, 23? So there's still going to be a lot of juxtaposing for position here, JP. And with the way that this circuit evolves over the course of a race distance, you know, as you said, the pack racing, like you see the gaps. Aguado, Fulliger and Cornu are together. Palacio, Tashi, Flint, Patel, Ranson. Like, there are these little clusters of drivers that just seem to be instantly magnetised to one another. But nevertheless, Lee Aberdeen, despite his best efforts, not able to get one up on Tony Jimenez. And Brent Ruiz is closing the gap. He was quite a bit quicker, but here comes Aberdeen to the inside on the start-finish straight, gets the side draft on the Spaniard, and he noses ahead. He edges in front, going down into turn 1. He's bouncing off the rev limiter in 6th gear. Now it's hard on the brakes, turning right into T1, and Aberdeen is through, but he runs a little bit wide. That could give Jimenez the advantage to try and come back at him going through into turn 5.
Yeah, he's not through at the moment for Tony Jimenez. He's still got to sit in behind him. Ruiz is now a less than 4 tenths back from that one. Alex Aguado's got his own issues with Denny Cornu, but Ruiz is there. He's looking at Tony Jimenez in front. What is Jimenez going to try and do? Is he going to try and take that outside line down into 5? They go, no. This is coming, no. This is coming, and this is coming quick. This is Denny Cornu through on Aguado. Fulliger in front of all of this, and then Palacio has now got Tasky, Flint, Rancon, and Patel at the same time. Oh, there's a little bit of a runner on the grass. Oh, dearie me, they're still going at each other here. Surely this is going to work out, right?
Dorian Arroyo's gone into pit lane, I'm afraid. So the number 2 from Mexico, he's going to have to instigate a fast repair if he wants to get out quickly, or it could be his race over. Looks like he's rejoined the circuit, but yeah, Jimenez now chasing down. But look at Ruiz. This is a 3-way scrap at the front end of the field. They're coming through one of the fastest parts of the circuit at the kettle bottoms. And Jimenez to the outside, Ruiz to the inside, through into Canada corner. There's no way in hell Tony Jimenez is going to go through there. He runs wide, Ruiz gets through, takes second off of him like candy off a baby, and Aberdeen retains the lead for the moment.
Yeah, he does here, unfortunately, for these guys. Jimenez, one mistake there, and that's brought Brent Ruiz into it. Mr. Ridgway, you didn't have to donate $3, but thank you so much for that. Much appreciated. As the 2 ex-champions and the 1 current champion, who is in 3rd in Tony Jimenez, is battling this run down into turn 1 once more. Now we've got Fulliger, Cornu and Aguado coming at us. They're flinching around all
Cornu!
over the place.
Oh, that was close, but Cornu. Oh, look at Aguado. He's definitely got his elbows out here. He's going to dive to the inside of the Frenchman through into turn 3, and through goes the man from Andorra. That was a great move, great anticipation, but definitely harder than mouth stumped there. But look at them, they are line astern going through, and now we've got these 3 going through into turn 5 off of the Moraine sweep. Aberdeen still holding onto the lead. Ruiz right up his rear wing, and Aguado's just lost all that hard work he's done. He's now dropped down to 6th place, so Cornu and Fulliger back through on the Andorran, but look who's catching them. It's Palacio. Palacio's now coming into this fight as well, so they do say 3's company, or 3's a crowd, but 4 is definitely a gaggle of cars.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not. I love the way you got that round the wrong way. It's normally 3's company, 4's a crowd.
I was about to say, yeah, I know, dentures.
Then
Sod
just,
it.
that's all right. Don't worry about it. Yunus Amal's back in YouTube chat as well. He took the wrong setup, and this is why he jumped back into pit lane. He's on the grass. He just, well, pulls it over and says, I've had enough. So there we go. But Lee Aberdeen now retakes, loses the lead to Ruiz. He does a Tony Jimenez. Jimenez now trying to sweep around the outside, coming into 14.
Oh, that's brave! Oi!
He nearly loses his front there, does Tony Jimenez. And
Have you got your defib on standby, JP? Because I've definitely got mine.
Dude, this is going to go nuts here. I've got a funny feeling. On board with Tony Jimenez now. You can see Lee Aberdeen. He's closing in on Aberdeen. He's trying to get close to him at the moment. Which way? No, he lifts. He lifts it off there. I'll tell you what, one guys that aren't lifting off is these guys. Aguado, Fulliger, Cornu and Palacio all going at it. Then we've got Andy Flint is having a right little ding-dong with Mr. Chris Patel. Jimmy DeSantos is coming into play here. And I do not like this whatsoever here. This is just going to go nuts. We've got groups tackling each other. And he started off with this one. Brent Ruiz, Lee Aberdeen and Tony Jimenez.
It's really, really funny with like the amount of fast and frantic action. The theme tune from the Cannibal Run has just gone into my head for some strange reason. It's just like there's madness everywhere. Oh, and Aguado's gone off. Yeah. Aguado's gone off. So is Ginny. So is Cornu. Oh dear. And Aguado's in pit lane.
Yeah, Cornu's got a meatball. So what went on? Whatever went on here did not go down too well. That's the problem. There's Denny Cornu, there's Aguado.
No. Ouch.
Oh, mate, done and dusted. We knew it was coming. They had to. There was too many in the fight. Brent Ruiz opening up 6 temps at the moment. Aberdeen and Jimenez all in behind him. There is Jimenez. There is Aberdeen. And yeah, their guys still continuing to fight.
Oh my God, batten down the hatches and prepare for war, people. World War III is imminent. It's currently happening on Road America.
Yeah, it is, well, yeah, it's just going at each other.
It's like batten down the hatches, get yourself in your nuclear shelter and just duck for cover. Yeah. I mean, especially with the Aguado just flying over the back over Cornu. But here we go. Lee Aberdeen up the inside retakes the lead on the start of lap number 9. So Brent Ruiz loses the lead. Jimenez still holding station in third, but Lee Aberdeen wants the lead back again.
Yeah, Flint's just lost a place to DeSantos. Bart-Jan van der Laan has just lost a place just about, just nearly. No, got it back from Koji Ito there. Clark Williams is having a nice little ding-dong in the calm of 20th and 21st place. He's having a go at the moment with Patrick Rowlands. They're running side by side down into turn 1 as well. Are these guys going to be able to sort this one out before? They've got about 300 yards to get this done. 3, 2, 1, and Williams does make it through. Aberdeen goes again. Brent Ruiz is there, and Jimenez is there. They've opened up 4.3 to Fulliger, Palacio, Rancon, Tasky, all in around that. Flint and DeSantos are literally having a right little fisticuffs a little bit further down. Both of them have got their gloves on. Both of them are going to come out swinging. And Andy Flint, nope, settles in here into turn 8. This is just going absolutely nuts.
Biggest movers so far. Ludovic Ronsart up from 21st to 5th to up 15 spots to P6. Biggest mover, however, Richard Van Veen, 35th at the start, now runs 18th, and he's about 0.8 of a second behind Matthew Gracie in the 707. Oh. So Richard Van Veen, oh, whoa.
That was a big spit of dust there from Lee Aberdeen. That's allowed Brent Ruiz to go back through. Aberdeen now in the hands of Tony Jimenez. And they're just coming up to start lap 10.
Oh, Koji Ito's gone off, mate. He's off big time, I think. Oh, dear.
Yeah, poor old Koji gone. We won't have a look at that at the moment. We're going to let this play out until they get down to turn number 5. Brent Ruiz having a blink. That's never ideal. Fulliger is in a battle with Palacio. They're running side by side down into 1. Palacio does manage to hold on. We've got to go back to the leaders because they're fighting now on their one down into Moraine.
Everything's been too close for comfort, and the adrenaline rates and the blood pressure is through the roof right now. We're not even at half distance. We're about 30% of the way through lap 10 out of 23, and it's just been, I think, our good friend, Mr. Eddie Amos, his team name sums up what's happened so far in the first 9.5 laps. There has been reckless abandon.
Yeah, poor good old Eddie. Out on the racetrack at the moment as well. There's been, well, there's a lot of people out, I've got to be honest. Ridgway, Labe, Vargas, Flugie, Amal, Aguado, Palacio's in the pit lane. Oh, dearie me. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Oh, blimey.
Riley.
Him and Brad Fulliger could just not get that sorted out, and that's what sent Palacio back. However, these three still going at it.
At least these three are not intentionally, or they're not inadvertently taking each other out. They're trying to, you know, obviously, yeah, they're all alumni of the Champions Roll of Honour here for iGPFun, and they've all raced together, so they know each other, how each other works. So they all know that they're trying to approach the same strategy, but it's about who's going to be leading the final lap. That's what I want to know, and how close is the distance going to be between the top three when they go onto the white flag lap? Because then it's hell for leather, and it's put it on the line, see what happens. Oh, Krish Patel had a little bit of a drop. He's dropped behind Bart-Jan van der Laan, who's now up into P10. Loris Baylor's made some good moves up the order. The Swiss driver in the 369. He's up from 26 now, P12. And Richard Van Veen is still one spot away from that top 15, and that'll be 20 places gained by him in the 33 if he manages to get past Matthew Gracie. But Gracie just edging him out by about 0.4 of a second per lap so far.
Yeah, but Ruiz, Aberdeen and Jimenez are literally less than a second apart. They've got 7 seconds to rank on, who's trying to escape from Fulliger, then Tasky, who's got Flynn, with DeSantos in behind that. Townsman's having a battle with Olsch further down. Gracie and Van Veen are also coming together at this moment in time. Krish Patel has had a bit of a drama. He's had to enter into pit lane. Anderson's in the pits, Palacio's in the pits, Aguado, Amal, Flugie, Vargas, Lay, Ridgway, they're all out on that bottom end at the moment. But Ruiz is now starting to open up. Half a second gap here. And then Lee Aberdeen and then Tony Jimenez all continuing to carry on behind them. Jimenez having a good old go down into Canada corner, the right-hander, turn number 12. Then it's going to be the run-up through 13A and B before they get to 14. Don't ask me where the A and B come from. I guess they just run out of fingers and toes to add 14 and 15 together. That would have made more sense as these guys make it through here. I don't even know half the time where Americans get this count system from. It drives me bonkers.
I don't know. I've always asked and I've never got an answer. But Chris Vales, who was in front of this trio, was going to be the next person that would have had a lap put on him. So, and then next up the road will be, I think, Mr. Kevin Swemstra, who's probably about 10 to 15 seconds up the road. So when you're looking at laps that are 155, 156 by the drivers at the front, Patrick Rowlands has just had a moment as well in the number 9 car. He's dropped a couple of places behind Koji Ito and Bahadin Ayan. So Rowlands not having a good one either. Harry Saston has also gone off as well, the Canadian. God, they're falling like flies at the wayside here, JP. It has really been a race of attrition.
Yeah, it definitely has at the moment. Saston now. Amos has been off and on. Rowlands has been off and on. And Jimenez losing a little bit of pace to the guys in front. Tasky's, well, he's facing that way. So that's never good. And if he's done this on his own, that's turn 5, too much power, back end coming round. Or if he hasn't done this on his own, which there was a little bit of internet with Andy Flynn. And unfortunately for Mehmet Tasky, he has gone round. So more people dropping away from the wayside here. Yeah, well, that happened.
Yeah, and well, he's got off again. It's sort of like Mehmet Tashi's sat-nav is saying, please make a U-turn where possible. Who was that blinked? That was Patrick Rowlands again. He he'd wallet the barrier on the right-hand side, and then, yeah, poof, he was gone, vanished into pit lane. Again, within a couple of minutes, if that. But we're now we're past half-time here, JP. We're going on to lap 13 out of 23, so 11 to go, including this one. These three at the front end of the field, it's been, out of everything we've seen, the cleanest and closest racing so far, but Aberdeen is really starting to put the pressure on Brent Ruiz, who's going a little bit wide coming out of turn 1, down the hill through 2 and into 3 before we go down to the Moraine sweep. So Jimenez, I think, might just look to consolidate. Well, he's either doing one of two things. He's either not got the pace to keep up with him and thinking, well, I'll hang back, and if something happens, then I'm going to capitalise. Or he's going to have to think, well, Brent and Lee are just a hell of a lot quicker than me, so I'll collect the points. And not bad for finishing P3, even though I did get bowling quali.
Yeah, he did. And I think you've got to take some roughs with the smooth. Yukish is making his way back through. After his earlier spin, of course, he ended up going backwards. He's just cleared Andy Flint as Yukish, so that's, well, it's -3 on where he is, but he has had to come through. Ransom, one of the big gainers in the top half here at the moment in time, gained 17 places. Not the biggest gainer, mind you. Richard Van Veen is the biggest gainer, and he's all the way down in 15th here. He's gained up 20 for the MLP boys, and then Eddie Amos, well, he's doing that at the moment. We're better than Ayan, and he's in 22nd place is Amos. So lots of action, I'm sure, still to come. I've got a funny feeling, though. I do wonder whether or not Jimenez is saving tyres here, Alex, for a little bit, because he's just got that gap back down below a second.
Yeah, he's just done a low 56.0. Ruiz, high 55.5. Aberdeen, his last lap, even though it would have been the fastest lap, but it was disallowed due to track limits, 55.49. So, yeah, Jimenez now, I think you could be right here. Let's have a look at the lap times. 55.8 by Jimenez, his best lap of the race so far. And that was nearly a 10th quicker than Aberdeen. But, oh, Andy Flint, where have you disappeared to, sir? Because he is not always in pit lane. Andy Flint has had a drama.
Yeah, we'll have a look back at that in a few minutes or so and see what went on there. He entered pit lane on his own, mind you. So what is this? Yeah. Runs wide, bounces. There's no reason to really go in pit lane. Not quite sure what he must have done if he did anything after that, because he just enters pit lane on his own. So not quite sure what he did there. But the front have now settled down. Ruiz, Aberdeen and Jimenez. Still below a second. Let's pop down and have a chat with Mike Walsh, who's chasing down the man with the most gains positions. 21 from Richard Van Veen.
Yeah, it's been pretty good there for Richard Van Veen. Yeah, like you say, 21 places. I think the Dutchman's absolutely flying at the moment. He's managed to steer clear of trouble, and he's still trying to chase down Matthew Gracie, who's also making up places. He's made up 16 in his own right from 29th on the grid. So, yeah, it looks like Gracie and Van Veen have read the riot act and decided not to get involved with it.
Yeah, I wouldn't really if I could help it, but unfortunately for Osh, it's catching up on Van Veen here. Bart-Jan van der Laan has got Chris, well, they're there. Let's just put it this way, side by side. Down
Careful.
into Canada corner. Patel on the left, Van der Laan on the right. Changed his livery, Richard Bart. What have you done to your livery? Don't like it. Go back to the old yellow. Love a bit of yellow.
It gives us the old Jordan F1 vibes. God rest Eddie, rest in peace, Mr. Eddie Jordan himself.
Yeah. Great job from these guys as they're continuing to fight. Van der Laan, Patel swapping. Van der Laan goes on the inside now. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, make it through, gentlemen. Make it through. Van der Laan's on the inside. Patel's on the outside. Thought he was going to try and get his nose alongside him there. Didn't quite make it through.
Oh, well, he's going to give it another go, as they say. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And Van der Laan to the outside now. This is into the Moraine sweep here at turn 5. And is he going to get the undercut? Well, it just depends on this particular occasion. Doesn't get the traction out of the corner here, JP. So at the minute, still trying to get past Krish Patel. So great little battle between these two. But then they've got Mehmet Tashi closing in. So Tashi's been doing some pretty good work. Here goes Matthew Gracie around the outside of turn 5 on Ulch. And on this particular occasion, well, Richard Van Veen now is up to 13th. 22 places gained by the Flying Dutchman at the moment. So Van Veen is doing a number on everybody else that was in front of him when we started this race pretty much the best part of 15 laps ago.
Yeah, and Nguyen in behind Gracie. Gracie in behind Ulch. Van Veen trying to escape a little bit further up the road. He wants to get away if he can, but it does look like Ulch and Gracie and Nguyen are not going to let him here. 16 to 23. Ruiz out in front. Now Aberdeen, now Jimenez. Everybody's settling down. The fighting's going back further and further and further till Krish Patel, Van der Laan, Tasky, Van Veen, Ulch still fighting out. Gracie with Nguyen in behind him.
Yeah, and Dennis Cornu is very close to being lapped by the leaders. He's about 1 minute and 48 behind Brent Ruiz, and Ruiz rapidly lapping at a 1:55.7. So depending on how quickly, well, how much faster Brent Ruiz is than the Frenchman, and at the moment on the previous lap basis, it was the best part of nearly 9/10 of a second. So Denny Cornu needs to keep an eye, watching brief on his 6 at the minute, because if Brent Ruiz closes in on him, could there be a possible air of drama around here at Road America? Who knows?
Yeah, well, let's see how he gets on. I don't feel Denny Cornu is going to cause any problems. He's in his own little mix with Kevin Swemster, of course. Swemster on lap 1, having his own little drama. Oh, Van Veen and Ulch. Van Veen and Ulch. Ulch on the right, Van Veen on the left as you're looking at the screen. Ulch is trying to get through the inside. Is he going to get it pulled up? Is he going to get it pulled up? Yeah, no, yes. He got it pulled up. He got the run up into 6. And there he goes through, Mike Ulch on Van Veen.
Just looking down the order at the moment, out of the, what was it, 37 starters, 36 starters, we still have 28 running. So we've lost Harry Saston, Marius Anderson, Alex Aguado, Yunus Amal, Elia Flugi, Manuel Vargas, Ismail Laib and Robert Ridgway. So it's Bahadine Ayan's gone off. That's not good news for the Turkish driver, currently sitting down in 20th position. This is such a intense circuit to race around, because you're not really breathing that much unless you know, you want to take one hand off the steering wheel. Oh dear, that's Ulch that's made the mistake, and Van Veen back up to 13th. Gracie's on the rear of Ulch trying to go through, and at this moment they're coming out of the final corner, so Ulch will be at the mercy of Gracie. And Nguyen is not too far behind in the number 59. So yeah, this could be a bit of a catch-22. As Matthew Gracie does get through on Ulch on the run down into T1. He's going to pin it to the inside. And the man from Modern Racing, Prince GP, in the 707 a la Braun GP tribute livery from 2009, gets through for 14th. As Krish Patel and Bart-Jan van der Laan, they are still squabbling like two children over the last swing of the playground over P8.
Yeah, they're going absolutely nuts at the moment. They were backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. I think they've swapped a good couple of times over the last lap, and they're having a right little ding-dong.
They're doing the to me, to you, they're doing the to me, to you, to me, to you situation that we always have a little bit of a laugh and a giggle about, don't we?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. They're having this battle, but also this has come alight with Brad Fulliger and Jimmy DeSantos on their run through into turn 12 Canada corner. So although we thought they were all done here, Alex, they clearly are not.
Look like the second blast of energy has just gone through with the hint of energy drinks that might have been consumed just to keep their adrenaline high. And then nerves on check. Oh, Code Brown clean up on aisle 3 behind. That was that Yukish again?
Yeah. Oh, Fulliger side by side. DeSantos gets through. What does Alexei Yukish do this time?
He just rotated it on his own. Look, he's going to turn it in on the loud pedal. Oh, yeah, too much. Loud pedal, bang. And around he spins.
Yeah.
Another one that needs their TomTom sat-nav reprogramming from saying, please make a U-turn where possible. Hang on, love, I've just done a 360.
Yeah, exactly. But like all women, they don't stop there. You know what I mean? Constantly still telling you, come on, Yui. No, I can't. Matthew Gracie and Van Veen are having another go at each other. Patel and Bart-Jan van der Land are also having another go at each other. And then Bela Townsma, Gracie, Van Veen and Nguyen are all fighting at the same time. So, yeah, right little bit of a ding-dong happening. Further down and in this pack and then on down to here. Because these guys have decided they don't want to leave each other alone either. Van Veen, Matthew Gracie, both from MLP. How are they going to sort this one out as teammates?
Just don't activate the heavy-duty magnets is all I'm going to say on this one. Because one wrong move, and that's all she wrote. As Van Veen just trying to hold on to that position. But look who's behind. Gracie, you got Nguyen, and then Clark Williams also joining the back of this battle. So, yeah. 3's a crowd, 4's a gaggle, and we don't want any more than that joining the party, because if someone makes a wrong move, then it could be game over, as Noel Ritchie Robinson has ended up in pit lane, the South African in the 159. So, yeah, it's just getting a little bit too close for comfort here, and now, oh, don't try that there. Oh, not round at the kennel bottoms and into Canada corner. Round the outside, is it going to be close between the pair? They nearly do come to contact. But luckily enough, Richard Van Veen holds on to 13th position. And Nguyen again is there. Clark Williams goes, hello, remember me? I'm back. And now you're going to see, look, Andy Flint's joined the back of the train. So, hold this. Don't touch that dial, as the Americans would say.
Oh, Williams now.
Because something's going to happen.
Yeah, and I think it's going to come from Williams. Oh, he's trying to get through Nguyen. No, yes, no, maybe, possibly. Yes.
Oh, just.
He does get through. Now he's got Andy Flint for company. So you get rid of one and you gain another. So that's always good. As these guys are on lap 19. This has gone absolutely very, very quickly.
Like you say, it's like you lose one, you gain another one. It's like being bitten by mosquitoes. And Nguyen now trying to go on terms once again with Williams. And there is Flint in the background. Oh, slight glance of Flint does a hip check as well on Williams. Oh, Andy Flint carried so much speed through. I think Clark Williams got a bit of a fright and got, right, I might need to check my undercrackers after this race, after that scare.
Yeah, Andy Flint, well, gets his way through and makes the move done there. You know, got his elbows out at least, hasn't he there? So there we go. You know what I mean? Andy Flint having a right little ding-dong. Now, there's still two battles happening in the middle here. Van der Land is not letting Patel do anything other than defend, because Van der Land now is going around 14.
And play musical chairs at the same time. It's just like it's like they get out of turn 14. Right, I'm going to go past you, and we're riding on board with Bart-Jan van der Land. Closing in on Krish Patel into turn 1. Here's the closing rate of speed. Will van der Land decide to pull to the inside of turn 1? He was thinking about it, but thought discretion being the better part of valour on that instance, but still very close to the back end of Patel heading into 3.
Yeah, right tucked in behind him now on a run down moraine once more. Bart-Jan van der Land from Sweden chasing her down Krish Patel. Is he going to be able to do this now? Where is Van der Land goes? Patel puts him on the outside. That's controlling the situation. And nothing for Van der Laan to be able to do there once again. He's managed to hold on that run up into turn 6.
Yeah, I think, you know, the laps of... I can't believe how quickly these laps have gone. We're now on lap 20 out of 23. After this, we'll have... I think we'll have 4 to go, won't we? So it's going to be really, really it's going to be... have to be a decisive move from Van der Laan, as long as he can keep within earshot of Krish Patel. The distance between them at the moment, if you put it into a slipstream situation, is Van der Laan possibly going to catch him? Depends on where on the circuit where they are, but now they're going through the kettle bottoms and look at the closing rate of speed. Van der Laan is going to pull it towards the outside of Canada corner here at turn number 12 and go down the gearbox. He's just trying to see if Krish Patel is going to make a mistake, and he doesn't, going through at Canada corner. Now into 13 and then into the right at 14 before the start finish straight. And now Van der Laan, I think, is a little bit closer. He's about 3/10 behind. This might be enough, but Patel makes a mistake coming out of the final corner. And there is Van der Laan. He's alongside and he's nosed ahead for the moment, but it's going to be a drag race here to turn 1. Van der Laan's going to have the inside line, but can Patel do something about it? He's nosing ahead at the moment as they are going into T1. Will Krish Patel get in front? Yes, he does. So Van der Laan, I think, could have waited maybe a couple more seconds behind Patel down the start-finish straight, stay with him, and now this has brought Mehmet Tashi back into the battle here for what is effectively P8 on the road.
Yeah, there's a battle here with Bertilla, Van Veen, Andy Flint. He's been in the mix. He's now battling with his teammate Adam Townsma, and he's fighting it out. Flint and Townsma don't hit each other, because that would be quite awkward there, as they're chasing down Loris Bertilla in the front with the 2 MLPs in behind of Van Veen and Gracie.
Oh my goodness. How many times would you like for us to say that it's been elbows out? Well, we haven't mentioned the words elbows out, because what have we not been able to do? Talk about it being elbows out at this point. But it's just been wall to wall. Oh dear, Loris Bertilla looking round. That is going to be up the inside of Andy Flint. That's for position. And he just about made it through. Flint got a little bit crossed up. He's got Townsman right up his rear. There's Van Veen. There's Gracie. Oh my goodness me. I think it's time to batten down the hatches again here, JP, because this looks like it's going to be a little bit fruity, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely. It ain't over. Loris Bertilla, Flint, Townsma, Van Veen, Gracie, Newen's coming into it. Williams is not too far back either. 1:55.488 from Tony Jimenez, fastest lap of the race. Probably could have done with that a little bit earlier on, but Andy Flint now in this fight on the run down into Canada corner. He's going. He's trying to take the inside line. Townsman's got nowhere to go. Gracie's got nowhere to go. Patel's got to put it in the wall. Let's try.
We got it! Just!
Patel's got a meatball. Patel's got the meatball. Oh, he's off the track. Bertilla. Flint has got through again.
Oh my giddy on.
Jesus Christ, I can't be dealing with this tonight at my age. What's going on?
It's three wide. Wide for the briefest of moments, and now it's going 3 wide. Where do you want to park the car? Where are you going to put it? This could be this is really dangerous right now, because Adam Townsman's probably got nowhere to go and he has to back out of it. He's got Clark Williams to his outside through T1, manages to keep the number 98 at bay. And this is getting a bit too close once again. Bertilla again getting assaulted, not from the left, but from the right this time. He's got Van Veen. Van Veen is up 24 spots. Oh my goodness me, Van Veen has been on an absolute charge here tonight. And they're 2x2 Noah's Ark style going into the race. But no, Van Veen is around. What was that, Grace? Was that Van Veen?
No, it was Gracie.
Oh my. The thing is that you sometimes with these liveries looking so close, but look, the contact is there. Gracie backwards and around and into the kitty litter off of turn 5. Oh. Why place it there at that point on the circuit, really?
I don't really know what to say, Alex, to be honest. I think I need to go to bed after this. I don't know if I can handle
I've been
this.
commentating at Clarkson Gate for the last three days, and even I can't even think of words to say at the moment. It's just coming out as gobbledygook, as gibberish.
Yeah. Fighting out, Nguyen alongside Williams. Ah, he's going to hit him! Oh, he didn't. He pulled away, but then puts himself down. Watch him! Oh, my God.
What's the rejoin?
Oh.
Oh.
Now Bella and Williams. Go on, son.
I'm sorry, but in all the races on iGPFun that you and I have both commentated on, hands down, this has been the craziest 23 laps I've ever commentated on in my life.
Yeah.
I am speechless right now.
Oh, there's Williams. There's Williams. Bella, Williams, Bella. Oh, swing, Bella. Jesus. He nearly got
Ding,
it.
ding, 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 ding. That's what I'm saying on that one.
Yeah, Nina's
right.
on the way round down in Canada Corner at the moment, so I need to get hold of him in a minute. As he's coming down, Brent Marie's leading. I'm going to go there now because I can't stand any more of that at the moment.
Thank you. Thank you.
Turn 13A into B. I won't be. You keep doing that, mate. I won't even be looking at you. Coming up over the line here, Brent Marie's has won what I can only be decided as an absolute manic battle of Road America. He comes over the line. It's a winner chicken dinner for Brent Ruiz. Great job from him. Aberdeen in second. Tony Jimenez in third. Right, after that, well, let these guys settle it as we're going down now to Gracie, Bella, and still. Oh, Gracie! Oh, through. Just.
By the skin of his underpants on that one. Oh my! You know what? I just had to mute myself there, JP, because my rib cage is now sore from laughing so much about how ridiculous this race has been. My godfathers.
Yeah, absolutely. It has been absolutely nuts here. But these guys are not finished. Gracie now still there. I think Nguyen's having a fight. Oh.
Go Brown.
Tokyo drift style for Nguyen there from France. Now he's got, oh God, that's a back mark, I think. That's actually Julio Palacio behind him, so he's safe for a minute. But yeah, that's interesting. There we go. But now look.
And breathe.
Can't, because we've got Swemster going to go have a go at Cornu now for the last half of this lap.
Oh no. Oh. Dun, 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 dun. That's all I'm saying on that one. Williams has been off.
This is going to be a run to the line here. This is going to be a side-by-side run to the line.
Photo finish on the cards here, folks. Don't touch that dial.
Swemster can get that run. Dorian Aruro could be under pressure here as well. I think it's more going to come from here. Up the hill they go, under the NTNT. Alorio on the left, Corner on the right. It's going to be Aruro. Yes! And he just holds on. Oh my God, I think I need to go and have a lay down.
You got your tablets on? Yeah. As one of my good friends, a fellow commentator would say, give me my tablets and a dark room with a bed to lie down on. That was mental, JP. Absolutely bloody mental.
Nuts. Absolute nuts. We'll just wait for the official results to go through. And then we'll be able to bring you them up here. I don't really know what we can say about that, to be blatantly honest, but here are the results. Brent Ruiz is your winner. Lee Aberdeen coming over the line in second place, and Tony Jimenez in third. Ludovic Rancon in fourth. Jimmy De Santos, Brad Fulliger, Alexei Yukic, who decided the one spin wasn't enough. We're going to do it twice. In seventh, Mehmet Taski, Bart-Jan van der Laan, Andy Flint, Richard Van Veen, Adam Townsma, and Nguyen and Matthew Gracie with Loris Bela down in 15th place. Right, moving on. Mike Osh, Koji Ito, Baden Ayan, Eddie Amos and Dorian Aruro, who just come over the line, literally neck and neck with Denny Cornu. Clark Williams and Kevin Swemstra, Julio Palacio and Chris Vales all 1 lap down. Then we've got the people who are a bit further down. Krish Patel did not finish. Roland's, Noel, Richie Robinson, Harry Saston, Marius Anderson, Alex Aguedo, Eunice Aylmau, Richard Ridgway, Robert Ridgway, and Elia Flugie down in 34th. Then there's a couple more just in behind that as well. Vargas, Labe, and Noah Flugie did not finish the race on that one. I'm not really sure what to say. I'm a man of plenty of words, but I think when I've just had a 32-lap heart attack, I don't really know where to go with it after that.
I second that notion, and on that note, goodbye from me.
Yeah. Well, guys.
I can't stop laughing about that. I can't stop laughing. Like, my ribcage is in absolute stitches. It's hurting. It was so funny, this race.
It was just manic from front to back, and first to 31st, and first lap to 32nd lap. It was just all over the place. So there we go. Don't forget, guys, if you want to get yourself involved, you can. Discord link down in the description below. If you don't have a Discord link, let me know. I'm on Discord myself. Just hit me up and send me a link, and it should all be there. But guys, I think I'm off to bed after this. So for myself, I've been JP. I've been alongside Alex Goldschmidt, and as always, take care. Have a great week, and you never know. We might see you in the next one. Good night.
Night.